Hello there, Josh with Drip Feed Blast. Wanted to talk a little bit today about parasite hosting. So currently I've got Bubble.s open here with a little brainstorm about parasite hosts. Let's talk about the word parasite for a second. Much like a leech, a parasite page is a page that you can carve out for yourself. You can do pretty much whatever you want within the realm of the template that you're given. And you're able to take the authority of another site and use it to your advantage in order to rank or send link juice or whatever their purpose is. Because your page is parasitic off the authority of the main domain that you're actually using to host that page. That's where it gets the word parasite. You're leeching off somebody else's authority. So this would probably be a pretty good example of one. I might take a look into that later. What you're looking for is just really long URLs. A lot of forums or social networks will allow you to have your own profile page or your own page in the forum or whatever. You would use this in order to theme your parasite page so that it can rank for whatever results you're wanting. On-page SEO still lives. As I'm scrolling here, there aren't a whole lot of parasite pages that are ranking. Bacillus is a pretty competitive niche, and you'll see a lot of root domains ranking. Essentially, people will just buy domains that already have pretty good authority, set up shop there. All right, here would be a pretty good example of a parasite page. This guy's actually using webs.com in order to create his own page, which he gets a subdomain for. Subdomains aren't optimal for parasite hosting, especially when you're trying to rank the page. Typically, you'd want to have a page that's sitting on the main domain, as Google does treat subdomains differently than deep pages under the same domain. So what they've done here is they've just essentially set up shop for Bacillus online cheap for free. It's nothing but an ad. They have maybe 100 words above the fold, and then you scroll down here and they've got quite a bit more information here. Again, on-page SEO is alive and well. Alright, let's see what this guy's done. Moderately high on by Cialis, or by whatever result. Notice we just put in the main domain here, or the main page that's ranking. I can Cialis by. Yep. This is obviously a page that's been promoted pretty heavily. Take a look at his profile. We've got just the raw URL, which is 31% of their total anchor. Under or around and under 10% spread across a couple of the main keywords. That's a pretty decent looking backlink portfolio for 2012. Going in and taking a look at the actual links that are here. He's got one pretty powerful link. I do take a look at this, the rank of the page, because that actually gives some kind of a strength to give you an idea of how strong this backlink is. Now, it doesn't say anything about theming, but notice underneath it, view topic and another view topic on a guest book. These are actually guest book pages. This looks like just run-of-the-mill spam. Extremer spam specifically. Lots of guest books that are posted here. Alright, back over here at the results. We're going to take a look at a couple more parasite pages. Some of these guys have taken back over their parasite pages, and this is pretty common. You set up shop, some website, you get your content ranking for what it is you need, or you hack their page out and they end up taking it back over. Okay, I've got a pretty classic example of what a parasite page is here. A foreign site, I don't even know what .cl is, but Salut Sociedad. So anyway, as I look over at the main domain here, you see it basically the index redirects to this index.php/main. But it's Spanish or something of that nature. So this isn't really a site about Cialis, yet they are ranking over here. A deep page, which, as I notice here with the long URL, probably a page that a user created. So we click on this here, and after the redirect through Google, you'll notice, well, first of all, there's some errors that show up top, but they have essentially taken over this domain name for Canadian Health and Care Mall. They have enough content here to probably rank for a couple of different phrases. However, they were able to create this page. They possibly just took and overwrote the existing CSS file, so they got complete formatting control of all of the page, and then were able to use it parasitically to rank for their key phrase by Cialis. You'll notice as we go over all these links down at the bottom, it's all heading to webchemist24.net. Let's go ahead and head over there and take a look and see. That's actually a pretty good parasite, because the way they were able to overlay the existing layout for their website, webchemist24.net, they were able to transfer that whole darn thing over to the parasite host. So it looks like a relatively seamless, to a user, it looks like they haven't even left the original site, with the exception of this stuff up top. Okay, the thing about parasites that are great is you don't necessarily have to have a ton of external links coming in. It's possible to have a whole bunch of them, but what it really takes for a parasite to rank for whatever purposes are both internal and external links. So from externally, they have this backlink portfolio, not the strongest in the world. These are external websites that are pointing to the parasite page that they want to rank. Now, you would also, if you were to use this as a good parasite, you would also want to have internal links used as well. So however you want to go about doing that, if you can take over a whole lot of pages on this and create basically a page network inside of this community that extracts some of the domain authorities and domain link juice, extracts that and takes it directly over to your page. It doesn't take an insane amount of external links in order to rank a parasite page, assuming that it has internal link and pretty good on-page SEO as well. Okay, there are two other reasons why you would use a parasite host as opposed to just ranking it straight out in the SERPs. You can send link juice to MoneySite. That essentially is talking about a backlink portfolio. Some of the more natural sites that have backlinks to your MoneySite or any website that you have would be the profiles that you create on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and places like that. Most of these places will allow you to insert your homepage or whatever your business's homepage is. That in turn will be one of your stronger, hopefully, backlinks that will show up. The other one is ORM, which just stands for Online Reputation Management, and this is essentially for taking over the SERPs. Both of these two play well together, so I'll be talking about both of them at the same time. I'm going to pick on a girl, Lori Gamma. Lori actually was infamous over at Wickedfire. The guys at Wickedfire put a spotlight on this girl because apparently one of them had received some advertising mail and wanted to point her out. It ended up being a case study in pretty effective ORM. So Lori Gamma, what she has done over the course of the last couple of years is she has taken some of these parasite hosts that I'm speaking of, but have used it for a couple of reasons. The first one we're going to talk about is to pump up the profile of her main website, Degama Web Studio. So I'm over here looking at Ahrefs through her backlinks, and you'll notice that a lot of these would be parasite hosts. She could use these to rank individually, which she does. She could also use them in order to pump up her main site. We've got another blog spot here. We've got her Twitter profile here, her Pinterest profile here. As you scroll down, you start to see big chunks of Google+. These would all be links that are pointing somewhere to her website on this particular page, but she apparently has multiple pages here. Okay, so we're back over here at her profile, and I want to take a look at a couple of the different parasites that she had done. So this was an unintentional one, her Twitter account. Alright, this girl has two links in her profile page here. So one's going directly to her blog at Degama Web Studio, the other is connected over to her LinkedIn profile. So she would create a parasite page and interlink all the different parasite pages she gets. Also with Twitter, all the followers and following, if you'll look under the profile as you click one of the links, each one of these links is interconnected to this profile within Twitter. So Oliver Blanchard here, as I click his random thing, so pull up his feed. He of course has his website is linked in his profile as well, but everybody that he follows, he gets a link on their following page to his profile page. That's what's called internal link juice, and it's one of the things that can extract a lot of the authority from whatever main domain you're trying to parasite off of onto your profile page to, of course, help it rank better. Lori's Twitter profile ranks number 1 for Lori Gama, or sorry, number 2 for Lori Gama. Underneath that is her LinkedIn profile. So she has her LinkedIn profile here, Facebook profile, she's got a WordPress blog, she's got a Google Plus page, she's got her blog, her membership page. It's just a profile page inside of their social community. See the full bio. See, she gets to write a whole lot there. This is a great profile page. Now, of course, you're working within the template of blog her, but you also get an area to promote yourself, a link to all your different social networks, and to your main website. This is a great way for her to gain authority. YouTube profile, she's got a Social Examiner profile, she's got a Mashable profile. Okay, Pinterest down here as well, and we can keep going and going and going. She's got absolutely a ton of social media presence. Well done, Lori. Anyway, so what this has essentially done is she not only, as I go back over to Bubble Us, she not only is taking a lot of that authority from these main websites, some of the more popular websites on the net, funneling their link juice internally to her profile, which is then turned around and linked to her money site, the Gama Web Studio. She has also done this for the purpose of online reputation management. Wickedfire, as I mentioned earlier, is a pretty authority website, and they were only able to get it up to, maybe just barely top 10, say, place 8 or 9. And there's nothing they can do about Twitter profiles, LinkedIn profiles, Facebook profiles. So if you would take this point, try to extend it to online reputation management. And what that would do is say you've got a rap sheet, and you want to do a good job of hiding this rap sheet from potential employers. A very smart move would be to go out to all these social networks that allow you to have your own profile and basically rank those higher. The easiest way to do that is just to go get some of the pages on some of the biggest social networks, use some of their internal link juice and some external link juice, and basically just push all the bad rankings that you don't want to have anybody see. Just push them down to page 6 or 10 or something like that. And there are hundreds of social networks and communities that you could do this with. So there's really no shortage of stuff. There's a lot of companies that get bad press. There's a lot of people that get pictures or bad stories or just negative reputation that's leaked. They, of course, want to hide this from their friends, their family, their employers. So this is a very real niche. And, that's one of the things about the internet. Your reputation never goes away. It's permanently archived for your grandkids to see. So that pretty much has us covered for the introduction to Parasite Host and the 3 main reasons that you would use Parasite pages to your advantage. In future videos, I'm going to be taking some individual Parasite pages and showing you around these networks and how to get this internal link juice sent directly from other pages inside social communities and send it directly to your profile page, which in turn you can use to rank or to funnel link juice over to your sites. If you have any suggestions as to which one, feel free to leave them in the comments, and look forward to talking to you guys next time.